A lot of times my clients ask me to make a decision for them, make the final call, and I need to tell them that I love helping them, guide them through, but the mediator cannot be the judge. So I'm allowed to give you all sorts of advice and tell you exactly what the court would maybe do in that situation so that you have the ability to kind of have a gauge and feel out the pros and cons. But it's really overstepping my bounds to say, here's what I think you should do. This whole process is about giving you the information that you need to feel confident making your decisions. So it's not really correct for me to make the decision. What you have to do is think of your divorce mediator as a facilitator, as like creating a safe place for you to have conversations that you would be nervous to have on your own because things degenerate into fighting, which I see all of the time. So once you have a third party there, you guys are both going to be on your best behavior and we can have conversations that you weren't able to have before. Also, as the mediator, I can push a little bit and ask for details, ask to go kind of behind. So if someone's resisting a suggestion or resisting a proposal, I can say, well, what is like your biggest fear? What's holding you back from that? What are your concerns? And that person really feels like I'm hearing them. And again, things tend to flow really nicely from there. So your mediator is a facilitator. It's also really important that your mediator is an educator because you cannot make a decision if you don't feel like you have all of the information. So you need to feel very confident that you're not missing anything, that you know what, quote unquote, you would be entitled to. And I'm not saying you should ask all the time for every penny that you would be entitled to. In fact, that's like sort of the opposite, because your lawyer would say, hey, you're entitled to this. And the other person's lawyer would say like, oh, no, they're not because. And so that attitude is what sets up the fighting. But if you know what your lawyer would ask in a court setting, then you feel very educated to work from that point and really understand and feel ownership of why you made the decisions that you made. So really think of your divorce mediation process as a problem-solving process and one where your mediator is helping you brainstorm those solutions. And I promise you, it is much less stressful and much more productive and collaborative than you would ever imagine if you're watching this from a place of thinking you're just getting separated. So hang in there and reach out to us if you need anything at all.